Spokesperson from the Department of Children and Family Services says the agency had contact with the little boy's family several times prior to the discovery of his body a few days ago in Indiana.
WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now with more details on that. Brona.
Good evening, guys. What we're learning tonight is DCFS dealt with the Perry family on at least 2 occasions, once last year and a previous visit several years back. We don't know anything more about those visits right now other than they happened, and there are still many other unanswered questions tonight about the case.
I've been working in criminal law for almost 20 years now, and this is one of the worst cases I've seen. Just heartbreaking.
Teddy bears, angels and balloons sit outside a North Chicago home, a stark contrast to the horror that allegedly happened inside.
He was placed into a cold shower for an extended period of time, held there by family members. At some point, he became unresponsive, vomited, and died.
Lake County State's Attorney Eric Reinhart is talking about this sweet little boy, Demary Perry, who was just 6 years old. His life snuffed out on his birthday back on December 30th before his body was dumped and then discovered last week about 70 miles away in Indiana. Prosecutors say some of the people who were supposed to love him the most are to blame.
Assistant State's Attorney Doyle reported to the court that the mother, Janie Perry, and Jeremiah Perry had developed a plan together to punish young Demary.
We're told Demary's mother Janie, his 20-year-old brother Jeremiah and another unnamed juvenile sibling hatched a plan to punish the child after he seemingly misbehaved at home on December 29th. After he took his last breath, no one called 911.
They kept him there for a couple days and developed a plan to get rid of his remains.
DCFS confirming to WGN tonight they've been in contact with this family before, once in 2014 and again in 2021. And several of Janie's other children are now in their care. She is currently facing first-degree murder charges and was expected in court today. It's understood that didn't happen and she's still hospitalised under police custody in North Chicago. What her ailment is hasn't been revealed. Her 20-year-old son, Jeremiah Perry, did appear before a judge Sunday. He's charged with aggravated battery, concealing a homicide and obstructing justice. He's being held on a $3 million bond and we're told he also has some previous unrelated charges.
He has a 2021 case in Cook County. I believe it's a weapon charge.
Authorities say the trio initially led investigators on a wild goose chase, claiming Demary had disappeared from a house party in Skokie before the grim discovery was made in Gary.
They've been obstructing justice for many days. They've been throwing investigators off for many days, and that needs to be dealt with also, and that's why they're facing those charges.
We tried to find out more tonight about those Cook County charges Jeremiah Perry is seemingly facing. We did learn a person by the same name was arrested in 2021 in Chicago on a drug possession charge and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. An autopsy was expected to be carried out tonight on little Demary's body in Indiana. We've reached out to the coroner's office there for those results and we've yet to hear back, but more charges could potentially be filed pending the results of that autopsy.
Well, more questions as this case moves forward. Brona, thank you.